Welcome back to NBA Cinema, Knicks fans. We got to talk about this ESPN list first and foremost before we get into the game that just happened between them and the Washington Wizards in the preseason. So ESPN released their list and they had their top 16 teams of NBA power rankings, and the Knicks weren't nowhere to be found. So the disrespect continues, man. We saw it last year with Draymond Green. We saw it with Stephen A. Smith. Those guys, nobody really believes Brunson can lead a team. And, Brunson, and I'm talking about more of a conventional guy who's handling the ball a lot, not including Steph Curry. But Isaiah Thomas, being the guy about that size that led his team to a championship, people don't believe Brunson can do that. I think New York has some amazing energy in the building right now. And I think, just looking at the balance of their team, I think if they modeled themselves after the '04 Pistons, I want to say it was '04. I think they can get it done, man. Cat started off slow tonight, but got to the line 11 times, and that's what I like to see with Karl Anthony Towns. 25 points, 12 rebounds, 2 blocks. I love to see what he's doing. Even though it was 7 for 20, he started a bit slower, but he picked it up. So all 7 for 20 games ain't created equal. And so I was happy to see him pick it up late in the game. Mikal Bridges really showed his offensive repertoire. It was good to see him knock down a catch, shoot three. I know people were concerned about his release in the offseason, the way the ball left his hand, but also, when he gets in the mid range, his shot even looks more regular when he has to elevate. But I like to see him play that way. OG didn't get it going from the field, but obviously OG just defensively is always going to make an impact on the game. Josh Hart didn't score, but he did Josh Hart things: 6 boards, 5 assists. Jalen Brunson was Jalen Brunson. I mean, do we really got to talk about him? You know what I'm saying? He's beyond words at this point. But I did like that rookie center and the way he finished around the rim. I can't pronounce the young man's name. What is it? Huck Porty, Ariel Huck Porty. I don't want to say it wrong, but yeah, he played well. Campaign still looking solid. But I really want to get to this. Tyler Kolek. I know Thibs historically doesn't play rookies a lot, but it was a reason I was adamant about him earlier in my videos. I know Knicks fans was like, this guy can't play, this year. He's going to spend time in the G League, and he may well do some of that. Looking at his game, though, and not just his stats. What he have? 15 points, 5 assists, 2 steals. Looking at his game that goes along with his stats, his skills are translatable and ready to help a team win in the NBA right now. I think you can find some time for him. Maybe some games he may play 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Other games I could see Kolek having to play 20. Because if I look at the season that the Knicks had last year, there's no need to put nearly as much stress and miles on Brunson as you did last season. Um, and I'm not saying he shouldn't play a lot in competitive games. I'm saying that the team you have around him now, sometimes when Brunson go to the bench, you can make the lead balloon. Sometimes campaign will be hot. Sometimes Deuce McBride will get hot. Brunson can rest a little longer. Sometimes Kolek can come in. I just think this kid has it. I think he's ready to play a pivotal role right now and have his minutes increase as time goes on. Because looking at him, he's looking like the long-term backup for Brunson. And who knows, man? I'm just a fan of his game. Some guys can get hot and knock down shots from the perimeter in the preseason. I'm looking at the way he's probing how comfortable he is on the floor. He's not wowed by the speed of the game, the size of the athletes on the court in the NBA. He plays at his pace. So, I mean, I'm thinking that this guy is going to force Tom Thibodeau to play him. That's one of my biggest takeaways from the game tonight. I love what Cat's doing because He's going to have to be a presence down low. I think Rudy Gobert took some of that from him last year as far as being a presence for most of the season. Now, he did it against Jokic, which is very impressive. But I'm just saying for most of the season, Cat didn't have to, be that defensive player at the 5 position. Now he has to do that and get his offense for the Knicks. And I like what I saw tonight out of Cat, man. We'll be back, though. Let me know what you think, Knicks fans. I want to hear your analysis from the game. Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.